And we're back again. Episode something.
Man, you are good at
I'm
this.
so great at the episode numbers.
Episode.
Grappling Dad's here. Kip is over there.
Yep, that's me.
And I'm over here being Paulie.
Still
Still.
has not changed.
Apparently we need to change spots because
somebody's like, I always pictured you on the right.
Yeah, I am on the right. Just my right.
Yes, your right or my right.
There you go.
So you're right, listener?
Yeah, you had it right all along. Weird.
Awkward.
All right, so we're doing the solo thing again this week.
I like the solo thing. They're
The
fun.
solo thing is cool. Because if nothing else, we can ramble.
Yeah.
And it's funsies.
Yeah, less structure, more ramble. Good stuff.
And less arguey.
Yeah, there's not so much
even if we
arguing.
agree with
I
Croyler,
disagree.
we need to
Disagree.
not. It's more fun that way.
Yeah, I've pissed many people off doing that. I'm good with it.
Yes, you have. Yeah, we've got the hate email. It was funsies.
Yeah, it's fun. Loved it. Super fun.
Occasionally, someone will agree with you, though, and you're like, see? I'm not alone.
Yeah, even though I made it up.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Like, oh, shit. Hate to tell you, bro, you're weird.
It's cool, though. All right, today's episode is actually about anxiety. We've had quite a few emails.
Wow. And on the Flick chat, it's got brought up.
On Instagram.
It's funny. I actually will go over it because, well, you have it.
I do.
And we got an email, a very lengthy email.
So, no offense. I can't read the entire thing.
No, we can't.
It's so long.
It's so long.
I feel bad about not reading it, but
I don't.
We only have an hour.
I don't. We only have about an hour.
I'll do like a gist, and then I'll read the last part because that's the
the last part
to
is
everybody else.
yeah. And then we got it's funny because I was thinking about we've talked about doing the show again because you touched on it 100 episodes or so ago.
We did. Yeah, we'll dabble on it, but we never really
dove into it, and it seems to be a bigger thing than what I even thought because it hits home for me because I have anxiety issues.
I think everybody thinks they're alone in this.
It seems that way, you know.
I don't know if anxiety works that way or if that's just the way it seems.
I think it is part of it. It's like no one else feels this way, right?
Right.
Or there's a few of you, but not very many.
Yep.
Most of you people that are here, you know, because they're operating, like talking to everybody and seem to be fine, think that those people aren't having anxiety.
And if nothing else, we've learned over the past few years with like the celebrity suicides, like everything looks fine. Like they have it made.
Outside.
They have everything. They're happy all the time. And everybody seems to say, I never seen it coming. They're always happy. They're always jovial. They have everything they've ever wanted. You know, they're winning at life, and then they do that. So it's a big issue. And even in the jiu-jitsu community, we hear about suicides. So it doesn't fix everything. No, you know, everybody. I don't want to say everybody, but it's promoted like
there's
it's
a lot of people. It's a cure-all.
Yeah,
and the message that we got was great because it's a guy switching gyms, and he runs into anxiety and starting in a new gym. It's different than his old school. He used to just be part of the family. Now he's not. And I gave advice.
You did actually really good. I usually am the advice giver.
Yeah,
but,
I usually just pass those off.
Yeah, I really like what you said. I seen it way late, probably days after. I'm like, we had messages. Weird. Oh, they're already.
Well, even today, you're like, "What's a message request?"
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, you didn't. It's all right. I take care of them.
I don't bring much to this show, do I?
Oh man, you're the star though. It's okay. You're the star.
Oh
shit!
I'm that guy again.
It's been a while.
Hey, it's Dixie. It's Dixon.
Because it came to my phone too, and you didn't hear my phone.
Because you actually did your job.
Yes, I did.
And, I didn't do that.
Hey, Dixon, way to fuck up the show.
Hey, he just dropped into a class at a Henzo Gracie gym in Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. Are you really reading this?
Oh, this is good. Oh. I just dropped into a class at Henzo Gracie gym in Pittsburgh. Talking to a guy after class, he asked where I train. I tell him. He says, is that the one where they do the podcast? Thinking he meant just jiu-jitsu. I say, yeah. He was talking about Grappling Dads.
Yeah, he was. What? Yeah, he was. Take that, just jiu-jitsu.
I've never been so happy that I didn't have my phone on vibrate. This worked out splendidly.
That was great.
Splendidly.
Best interruption ever. Dixie, best friend.
Best friend.
Best friends now.
Rarely have I ever been this happy.
No, that's fucking hilarious. What up, son?
This is great.
Yeah.
I'm just going to like marinate in this.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit
for
here.
a second. Yeah. I just,
You sit there. I'll do sponsors.
feels
How
really
about
good.
that?
All right. I'm going to just like bask.
Yeah, because I'm pretty excited about Top Mount Apparel.
Do it.
TopMountApparel.com. Check them out. They got some new designs coming out. We'll have them before you, so suck it up. But you will get to see them on the YouTube channel, so that'll be great. But check them out. Give them a follow on Instagram and use GD10 at checkout, and they'll really hook you up. A lot of our fans on FlickChat actually have ordered stuff. They're posting what they got. Really happy with the quality and what they're getting. So definitely check it out. Number 2, they're sending us our gi soon. So the gi episode's coming.
Might be excited. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to dress up. We got to play a dress up on our podcast.
Hell yeah, we do.
Funsies.
And I'm only allowing it because I'll actually be back doing jiu-jitsu. So you miss me, don't you?
You are on the cusp
I am.
of recovery.
I'm right there. My appointment is in September, but I don't know if I'm going to wait that long.
No, you shouldn't.
It's a drill. Well, I have my daughter.
Yeah, you can do easy stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
do stuff with-
you got like the perfect setup.
Yeah, so I got my eldest daughter is in jiu-jitsu and in the adult class now, so she can help me out, and she wouldn't hurt me.
She can't hurt you.
No, I don't think she can. She can beat me up. She can't hurt me.
Right. There's a distinct difference.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Black Line Jiu-Jitsu with Chad Pomeroy is where we train in just south of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Come check us out. Check out the kids class. It's a lot of fun. Usually you'll see a skinny man with a beard. That's Ben. He's awesome. Chad Pomeroy obviously is usually there for the kids class also. So
Large man with a beard.
Large man with beard.
Yeah.
Yes. He looks scary, people. He's not. Super nice guy.
Yeah,
let's talk to him.
Have
Super
him
nice
rap
guy.
for you.
Yeah.
He'll do it.
He could kill you though.
Just drop a beat. He
That's a
can't help
problem.
himself.
Yeah, he'll just break into his acid
It's
rap.
gonna be awesome.
But check us out. We would love to train with you. Then we got Tap Tape, who has a lot of new stuff coming out and some big announcements that's going to be coming. We still can't tell you.
Wait for it.
I never talked to that fucker this weekend.
What? Oh.
Oh, I forgot.
Was he supposed to call you?
More than likely. Yes.
Yeah, right. We'll blame him.
Mike.
It's easier that
you
way.
Son of a bitch. But no, we'll connect, and we got some big things coming from Tap Tape.
I'm super excited about it.
So
too.
definitely check it out on Amazon. Great tape. We love it. It stays on throughout your rolls. He just keeps making his products better. So definitely leave a review after you're done using it, and or before. Don't care. Just make it up. It's good stuff, and we certainly appreciate it here at the Grappling Dads. And then we have Corley Gracie, who gets mistaken for a good podcast.
That was so great. Still a little glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's just funny. So it's not that we've been doing it way longer or anything.
No.
No.
We don't have like 2 more years.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No worries.
No worries.
But yeah, great guy.
He's a great guy. He was just up doing a seminar. Paulie said it was wonderful.
It was fantastic. I feel bad for anybody that didn't go.
Yeah, so that would include me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't
going
to. I wasn't gonna waste somebody's spot, and get in the way and be a shit partner. Like, hey, don't touch me. So, but he's great. Check out Just Jiu-Jitsu podcast. They have a lot of great content, even though I pick on them a whole lot, but they do. It's
a good show.
I actually checked out the Henzo Gracie 2.
I really want to meet Henzo.
So do I.
He just seems like a fun dude.
He really does.
Oh.
And yeah, good old Uncle Henzo.
Yeah, they got different content than this. It's not the same old.
No, it's
stuff,
it's not the same old stuff you hear other places either. It's not interviews. It's just stupid knowledge that freaking comes out of his brain.
He can talk about the history, the people,
why things are done,
and actually explain it where you can understand it.
It's great stuff.
We can't do that.
No, we don't even bother anymore. Shit, that was 100 episodes
how,
too.
You put your left foot up your asshole and then you turn around sideways.
Then you put the third thumb in your ear. Just fucking do that.
Then you give him a wet willy and then you just move on.
We're fucking terrible at that. I don't even. You're better than me, but I'm fucking terrible.
Yeah, by better than you, it's not saying.
Yeah, it's not saying a whole lot. But definitely check it out. Northern Indiana or anywhere near there. You guys need to stop by, drop in. It's a great school. A lot of great people around. He's got a great culture there. So definitely check it out. Have him out for a seminar. They are amazing. But I want to do our show now.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Instagram post that we got.
Oh, you got to start with him?
Yep, because it's shorter and we can start talking about it that way, I suppose.
Well, here, and I got a way to start it too. This is something I deal with, and I think most people, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you meet me, you won't know that I have anxiety or that it actually stops me from doing some things, because I'm very outgoing. I'm talkative. I'm an asshat in class.
You're extroverted.
Yeah, I'm very out there, and I have no problem doing that, but I do. Like on the inside, I was nervous when I started jiu-jitsu. I was getting sick from being nervous, and oh my gosh, Paul knows how nervous I used to be, and it would affect my mood, everything. So my route was I went on medication, and it's done a great deal for me. Now, finding that medication was a son of a bitch.
Here's the thing. You and I have, I don't say different views, because I think we actually line up.
Yeah.
I never tried it. A lot of the reasons because I don't really have good medical, so I don't.
Yeah, your medical kind of sucks.
Anything fixed. So, but that's on me. That's more my problem.
Yes.
But you went through a tough time finding something that worked.
Yeah, and Paul got to live through that with me.
It was frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough. It's.
But yeah, you got to fix it though.
I had to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was feeling so nervous, like I would have to go use the bathroom. Like I would have a nervous stomach everywhere I went. For work, I did it for 11 and a half years. I would have to, like when I went to go do my job, I would have to stop somewhere and use the bathroom. Every fucking time. Because I was so nervous.
Nice.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I get the, we've talked about this on the show. I get the sweats.
Yeah, he does.
And it's funny because for the first few episodes with the camera, it was just it was just like the first episodes doing the podcast.
Oh,
where I just got like swamp ass. Last time wasn't my fault because it was hotter than balls.
It was hotter than balls. My back was sweaty that day.
Yeah, it was gross. But I get that. So
yeah, it's so Paul gets it, and you have anxiety. It's just you deal with it on your own.
Yep.
Which makes you a little more, more introverted than me anyways. But I bet your anxiety makes you even worse introverted.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with anybody with the anxiety. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
You just
I don't want to be
down.
around people.
Yeah,
I shut down.
Shut down. And I can tell when it's happening.
Yeah. So when people are talking about joining new gyms and stuff like that, like we understand that.
Oh,
we
God,
and we have them from different perspectives. Like we got an extrovert and an introvert, and we both have the same anxiety going into
for sure
jiu-jitsu. And we've talked about jiu-jitsu before, where it's hard because of what the nature of it is. It's not a
how it
appears
appears from
game.
the outside.
Yeah,
and it's hard. It's so hard to break through that the candy coating, as you would look at.
Yep.
You know, the hard part is seeing how it looks nasty. It's like, man, I'm touching people, which, by the way, that's part of my anxiety. I don't like touching people. It makes me uncomfortable. I've obviously got away from that because I have no choice. Paul attacks me just periodically to make sure I'm still good with it. Thank you for that.
I do what I can. I have a purpose.
Usually when he's drinking heavily. I want to roll with everybody. That's when Paul's anxiety goes away.
It's weird that nobody wants to roll with me when I'm drinking.
I know. It's weird. Fucking creeper. But yeah, so that's just but we have a pretty good idea of what we want to talk about with the show. And I think the emails and this message that we got are really going to help us just kind of weed through it.
And it's not just that. It's not anxiety about going to a gym for the first time either. It's anxiety in general. Like I have anxiety at work depending on what I got going on that day. It doesn't. So jiu-jitsu helps, but it doesn't. So it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's not a cure-all.
It's
dude.
not. It helps for the time that I do jiu-jitsu.
It's an escape.
Yeah, it's an escape.
Yeah.
And I think it can help in other situations, but for me personally, it's not everything I hoped it would be as far as fixing my outside the gym issues. It's just that doesn't fix it.
Well, it's not going to.
Right.
No.
But when you read the memes,
if you were talking to memes and all those other things, it would fix everything.
Yeah.
Everything in your life should be that much better with jiu-jitsu.
And I think it can be, and I think it is for some people, but I don't want people. Here's the issue I have. I don't want somebody reading all the memes and going, "This is what I need in my life," and then they do jiu-jitsu and they're like, "Well, it doesn't work for me," and then quit.
Yes, because a lot of it, which comes up in the message, doesn't just come right to you, especially when you're starting a gym, switching gyms, as the listener was. But it sucks. That first part, especially if you're dealing with anxiety, it sucks because it's not a quick, we've talked about this many times in the show, that when you first come in, the old guard, as I call us, they don't always greet you because they're so used to so many people starting and quitting.
Not only that, but even the old guard has their own anxieties with dealing with new people. I'm not the guy that goes up to somebody in the checkout aisle and just starts up a conversation. I don't do that. But there's people that do.
Yeah, there's
I know those people that just start talking to people. They don't care. They'll just talk about whatever, and they just
my wife.
It flows.
My wife being one of them. She can talk to fucking anyone.
Yeah. So when I try to be polite, you go out of your way. You're like, hey, how's it going? How'd you hear about it? And then you deal with somebody else that has anxiety and they don't talk to people very well. And then it's just like, well, now it's just awkward. And I wish I never said anything. So then the next time you don't say anything that time. Oh, yeah. And then the next guy might feel slighted and like, well, nobody's talking to me. That's because humans are humans and we all deal with this kind of anxiety. We're like, I don't like it to be awkward or weird or
It's just, I want it to be smooth right away, but when you have anxiety issues, it amplifies all that.
Right.
And that's what we're kind of talking about.
Exactly. Want me to read the thing?
Sure.
All right, so we got a message. Hey, guys, love the show. I have a question that I've been dealing with for about 4 months.
Hey, give his name and address so everybody can find him.
And pictures.
Because he didn't say if we could read it, so we're reading it.
All right. I am a 4-stripe blue belt and recently relocated from Philadelphia to my hometown of Pittsburgh. My problem is now that I am at a new school, I kind of feel like a white belt all over again. Not even in skill level. I am struggling with being the outsider and new guy. And I know the easy answer is to just go and meet people. Trust me, I'm trying. But this new school is way bigger than my old school, and that is also intimidating. Long story short, the school is great, the guys and girls and coaches are excellent. It's me. I'm in my own head. Any tips on shaking that anxiety of being new again and getting my motivation to attend more regularly back? Thank you. It's tough, especially when you're going from a small school, because we kind of did that too. When we first started, it was a small school.
Like it was me and maybe 6 other people. Me and Paul and 6 other people at most. Like that was a pretty big class. It was 8 people.
Yep. And now I'm just guessing because I don't know how many students you have, but I'm going to guess 100.
Yeah. Well, let's go with 100.
And even though you have a core group of people that might go to like gi or no gi, like we know a lot of them, but it's still so many people.
I don't know them all.
Yeah. It used to be where I knew everybody and everybody was. Yeah. Because by default, you have to.
You have to know everyone because it's a small school.
Yeah, and now you could literally be the person that just comes in, trains, doesn't say anything, goes home, and you'd never...
Yeah, you'd never know.
Yeah.
There's some guys that skirt in and out of there.
Yep.
I don't know. And, it's so funny to me because there's going to be a bunch of people that have no fucking clue who I am.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. Like, who's the... What? Does he have a blue belt on?
Where did he train before?
Yeah, where did he train? Is he new?
Here.
Here, you bitches. It's me. I own this place. Just kidding, Chad. Don't kill me.
Jesus.
So basically what I told...
Would you like me to read your response?
Yeah, actually, go ahead.
All right.
It's not the worst response I've ever given.
No, it was actually... I thought it was beautifully written. Just kidding. It was awful. But
shut up.
First, it can be tough. But first option is to put your head down and train. That's stupid. In my experience in BJJ and a member of the old guard at our gym, I have seen guys come and go from every belt level. So it becomes hard to let the new guy into the inner circle, and that can be difficult for some. That being said, give it time. Be yourself and look for the one connection, not the group connection, if that makes sense. When I came to this gym, everybody was nice but didn't go much past that, until I met Paul. And over time, not long, we became part of the team and family. It will happen to you too. Just be a good training partner and everything will work out. On the anxiety part, it can suck and I personally medicate. That has done wonders for me. Takes X-Lax. And out of the gym.
Not what you're supposed to do.
In and out of the gym. I will talk more about this on the show. Cheers. Oh, and I just wanted to read the little response because I thought it was great.
This is pretty funny.
Oh, and FYI, you guys are the only podcast BJJ page publication that responded to me. So either that means you guys are totally awesome or eternally bored and taking pity on me. Either is fine.
And I responded to him, just said, when we started this, we weren't going to be everybody else, and just like, oh, look, we got an email. You email us, we try to get back to you, or message us. We try our damnedest to get back to you. And that's why Paul and I split it up. Paul deals with most of oh yeah, here's a very deep question.
Yeah.
and needs advice. I like that. I swing that to Paul. If it's just simpler questions, things I'm really comfortable with, like this. I'm more comfortable with this than Paul.
Well, that's kind of your shit because of the medication and the trials you went through, trying to find the right medication and going through one after another, and then going, shit, this is affecting my life as a whole, not just the gym. It's it was a real pain in the ass for you for a long time.
It really, really was. So it's my own focal point. So I took over. I was like, I don't mind.
No, that was absolutely great.
This is what I deal with and what I've been dealing with. So, but most of the time, if you're getting advice back, it's Paul. I love when you don't type your name in and they go, "Thanks a lot, Kip."
Thanks, Kip. Yeah,
yeah, that wasn't me, but
that's funny.
You're welcome.
I've got that handful of times. Thanks, Kip. I'm like, man, I spent a lot of time on that. Yeah, that's fine.
Shit, I put a lot of thought. That little bald bastard got the credit for it.
Yeah, neither one of us respond back. We're like, it's fine.
Yeah, we're both. I want to tell them, I'm like, it was Paul, but
yeah, no worries. They don't care. They got the advice.
Yeah, but going forward, if you get advice back, usually it's Paul. Yep. But if it's funny or if I can just be an ass,
if it's spelled wrong or there's
if it's all sorts of fucked up, it's me. Because that one right there, that response was typed up by me. I typed it all up, and then my wife had to add all the punctuation.
Nice.
I was like, honey, fix it. I don't want to sound that stupid.
Spends another half hour on it, like, Jesus.
No, she told me I did pretty good this time. Nice. I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, very good, very good.
So,
are the medications working then?
I think I've settled in on one. I think I'm pretty good.
Nice. But it's not just anxiety. It's not just depression. ADHD, we have people with that.
Gosh,
kids. I mean, that's why Hunter got involved, correct?
Yes.
And so Hunter, by the way, national champ?
Yeah, national champ.
Boom.
Again.
Jesus Christ. Still? How's that work?
Do you know we've created a fan club for him?
The reigning, defending, awesomest kid in the world.
Dude, we everyone's a fan of Hunter now.
Dude, it's incredible. The kid is sweet.
Oh yeah.
I love when she posts videos. I'm like, I can't do any of that shit.
Nothing.
It's super impressive. So anyway, congratulations, Hunter.
Oh yeah, again.
But yeah, he got involved. I don't know if it was because of it, I forget. But anyway, he had it, and it's helped tremendously.
Yeah, and I've heard that before, that it really helps with ADHD. Right. Actual ADHD people, not just this shit that they tag your kid because it doesn't pay enough fucking attention. God.
I have an overactive kid. You mean a normal kid?
You have a normal child that you're now medicating for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I'm sure that happens way too often. But I'm sure it happens with adults too. Like, just give me some medication. It's easier that way.
Yeah, and that's how my first guy was. He would just give me whatever I thought I would try.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He would fucking he was like, oh, you want this could help, this could help. I'm like, I recognize the name of that. Give me that.
What pill looks prettier?
Yeah.
Which one's
the pink and blue? Because I saw it on a commercial.
I want the little blue pill. Is that a thing?
Is that a thing?
I hear people really like that.
I heard it's great for something.
I'm sure it can help my depression.
Oh, we went sideways again.
It happens.
But yeah, it's my medications was a tough one, but it's done amazing for me now because I can walk into anywhere. Like when I was out east with Croyler, that would have been something I would have struggled to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, to walk into those gyms and just be myself and it, when I had two of the gyms, people walked up to me and were like, "You're a grappling dad, right?" I'm like, that would have tripped me the fuck out to the point where I'm like, I'm so nervous. No, I'll probably puke on his shoes. I don't know. It would have been bad because it just would have put me in that weird position. Right. And then I would have anxiety about it and just got all clenched up and been like, thanks for show listens and stuff. But yeah, which I still kind of did because it was really trippy that we have fans. But
that still boggles my mind.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm similar but different. So especially when I first start a gym for a long time, not just weeks, but months. And every time like the clock starts running out at work, I'm going, do I want to go? And I look for an excuse. Mm-hmm. So And on the way home, I'm going, even up to
which way do I turn?
Exactly. Which way do I turn? Like, am I going to go to the gym or not? And then somebody on our page suggested just show up to the gym, and if you want to leave, give yourself the out. And I didn't quite do that, but I usually just kind of made myself make the correct turn.
Yeah.
And once I got there, I'm still, I'm changing. I'm nervous. Nobody's really talking because everybody feels the same shit that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's got the anxiety.
Oh,
There's very few people that are so outgoing, extroverted, people person, easy to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know many of them.
No.
And even you that you can do that, you still get nervous.
Oh, yeah, I'm covering it up.
So how many people that can do it still get nervous?
My wife.
My
wife's the same way.
How many people, though, are just like that? They like to talk to people.
There's got to be a shit ton of them.
Yeah, but most of the people I talk to aren't.
Yeah, but I think most people are, like you said, there's a shit ton of people like myself.
Yep.
I'm nothing special. Sad face.
You're special already.
Not in a good way. But yeah, I think the most is the person that's just going to reserve back into themselves and just quietly be anxious.
Yeah. So weirdly, let's say you have 15 people at a class, and all 15 people going, and they're all pretty new, but they all have some sort of anxiety, and they're not talking to anybody else. Unless they've been there for a while, then you got like a couple clicks here, but then they're too scared to talk to the new guy because last time it was awkward.
Yep.
And then the new people just kind of like standing around, not doing nothing and thinking that they don't like you. They're not inclusive.
As they're thinking the same thing about you, essentially.
Right. So, but then you listen to like Joe Rogan and Jocko Willink, and you're like, it's a family. Like, we love each other. We do everything together. Or you get a gym like us, where it's been around long enough where you do have that family aspect, and it's a pretty large one at this point. There's been enough people around for a long enough time where it's literally family.
It's a big family.
It's close.
Yep.
And they, when you go there, there's something different. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell these people love each other, and they'll do anything, and they give each other shit, and they're fun, and they're just, it's just like a good time. And then you're on the outside going, I don't belong here. I don't fit in.
No, like, I'll never fit in here.
And the people that are doing that still have the anxiety about the new people. Because what if you're weird? Or what if I sound stupid? Or what if I look creepy? Or,
what if you're a big dude?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for big dudes. I'm not
they get avoided like the plague.
It just sucks.
It's not their fault.
No, when you're bigger than anybody else in the room, that's got to suck in jiu-jitsu. Because it's like, people are going to avoid you because they think they have to. Like,
we had the Big Show podcast, and there's a lot of stereotypes, and unfortunately some are true. Like, because everybody's got the fight or flight when it kicks in, and the white belts don't really know what they're doing. They don't have the body awareness, the body control to not hurt you yet.
Yep.
Even if they're trying not to hurt you.
Yep.
So, but yeah, there's big guy roles that are jerks, and they can hurt you more than little guys that are jerks, and I understand that.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that's a big stigma.
It is. And man, imagine being a big guy with anxiety walking into class for the first time. Because nobody's going to grab you. Well, not nobody. I would. I don't care. There was one, I forget the guy's name. Super nice dude. Bigger guy looking to come in to lose weight, get in shape. He always wore a red T-shirt. You probably remember him. Yeah. Super nice dude.
His name, but I remember him.
Yeah, super nice guy.
He hasn't been there in a long time.
Yeah, he gave up. But that's all right. Shit happens. But I grabbed him. I'm like, you're in my guard-ish. But it was fine. Like, and I tried to make it as, and I could see how bad he felt and how nervous he was. And it's like, oh, dude, this sucks. So I tried to lighten the mood like I usually do. But it almost, like, he was so nervous, I almost felt nervous for him. Like, I'm getting anxious just because of your face.
Yeah, so even, like I said, you're trying to do the right thing.
Yes.
But their nervousness makes you want to, like, just also shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's a tough, man. I don't know. There's no real good answer other than be yourself.
Yep.
Be friendly. Find that one guy. I like the way you put it. Just find the one connection that you can be friends with, and then you can start branching out. That's what we do.
Yeah, and the reason why I say that is it's going to be hard to win over a large group of people. Like, if you're just going from one person to another and just really, like, I'm just going to blow everything out at you and see what happens. People are just going to, they're going to get a little bit of you because they're seeing you for a moment. If you focus in on one guy, like he did a great thing. He found another 4-stripe blue belt. And he's like, can we pair up? Boom. And he said it went great. And I'm like, that's perfect, because just find somebody that's your level. If you got another new guy, perfect. Whatever. You pick out another one and go, hey, how long you been here? Oh, so you probably know, 3 weeks? Sweet. Then you probably know more than me, so let's work on it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't read that part. Just got in from an awesome class. I took your advice and paired off with a fellow 4-stripe blue belt. Went well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That made me happy. I was like, hey. Didn't make him look stupid, at least.
Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes, you don't want... Trying to be part of the whole family at once is biting off more than...
Yeah, and you're only... Like I said, they're only going to get a little bit of you, each one of them.
Right.
Rather than giving a lot of what you are and who you are to one person to let that spread out. That's what Paul and I did, because Paul and I were both pretty new. Like, I'd only been there a couple months when Paul started. And then Paul came in, and then we... everyone knows the story. Inappropriate joke. And we've been friends ever since. But,
well, tell them what you thought about me when I first started bringing my kids there.
Oh, super asshole.
Yeah.
Like super, super creepy, weird asshole, because I didn't know you knew jiu-jitsu. So here's what I see from sitting where I am. I was, I'm like, is a dude, because you had started your kids. You just started after me, after your kids started. Like, it took you a few months for you to kick in and start doing it.
Yeah, so our kids went there. And my wife is more introverted than I am.
Yes.
But we're both introverts. That's why we work well together, because we we both don't like people.
Yeah. We'll just stay home. It's fine.
You actually bought us a sign that says, let's just stay home. And we love it.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
But yeah, we go in there and we just sign my kids up, because I thought I was about done with jiu-jitsu and I didn't know if my kids would really like it or not. So.
And you've been through the bully proof system, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I see. These two off in the corner. Like, right off in the corner, not talking to anybody.
Not even looking.
Stone-faced, looking straight forward, like, not looking at us. Like, there's no one else here. We're watching our children, and we're going home.
That's exactly what we did.
Yeah, and that's all they did. And then he started, and he comes walking out of the back with a blue belt on. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? I was like, what the fuck? Is that the creepy guy? Like, is that the creepy guy from up front? And they're like, I think so.
Is that the creepy guy from up front? Yeah.
Sadly, it's Paul.
This will go well.
Yeah, and it only took, I think we probably ran into each other like the first class. It was the first or second class we were together.
Yeah, it was pretty short.
It was pretty short, because, I don't give a shit who anybody is. Even, like, I would just fight through my nerves at that point.
Right.
And we got stuck together, and you said something stupid as fuck, and it took my anxiety away. That's all what it came down to. Is you said something dumb as shit, and I fucking laughed. I'm like, oh, fuck. So wildly inappropriate, and something you should not say to someone you just met. And I was like, that's good.
Yeah, I found my spirit animal.
So ever since then, we've been jackasses together.
No, we're not saying that you should go in and start saying inappropriate shit. That just happened to work out well in this particular case.
I think this is a very individual case. Yeah, don't do that.
That being said, I think all martial artists are kind of weird.
Have you
ever met a martial artist that's not quirky in some way,
has her own way of things?
Yeah.
You don't get, the quarterback, cool guy bullshit. You get a bunch of quirky, nerdy guys.
Yeah. You don't get like the normal accountant. Actually, we just got a normal accountant that signed up the other day.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I forgot his name because he's brand new. He's like 3 classes in.
Oh, nice.
I introduced myself Saturday, and his name eludes me.
Nice. Well played, sir.
Yeah, I'm good at this game.
There's a guy, I'm not going to know anybody.
No,
I'm not going to know
You're
anyone.
worse off than me.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Suck.
Yeah, so good to be anxious over new people. Great.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it went from, so that's Kip's first impression of me was, you look like a fucking asshole. But I have apparently resting bitch face.
Yes.
So if I don't go out of my way to be bubbly and happy and all nice, I get this lot now.
Yes.
Like, what's wrong? Why are you pissed? I'm like, I'm literally not pissed. I don't happen to be
this
smiling.
This is my face.
I don't happen to be smiling in this moment. But I think a lot of people have resting bitch face, whether they like it or know it or not. And then you're looking at somebody going, wow, he's not smiling. He doesn't seem happy. Well, he's just kind of there. He's not sad. He's not angry. He's not an asshole. But you're like, oh, he doesn't look like he's jubilant. So I'm going to avoid them.
Well, it's interesting. How many times have you been told when you're anxious or been asked, I guess is the right term, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Oh, God.
What's wrong? And you're like nothing?
No, really.
No,
you
really.
can tell me.
Because you're wearing it. You're obviously wearing that shit on your face or something because everyone seems to know.
Yeah, oddly, even if there is something wrong and I say nothing, I mean it. Don't pry.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if
if it's something I can't handle, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But I get it. There's also going to be people that can't handle it, and it's just they might need to talk about it, but probably not.
Yeah, I think so. There's depression, there's anxiety, there's people that have both. There's levels to the game. There's how individuals deal with their set issues, and it's all different. Like we're all humans that all have our weird ass problems of one sort or another to a different degree or another. And if we understand that, it should make it easier for us to go in, and it should make it easier for us to understand others that come in.
Yeah, to accept others in. I think you're right. I mean,
but it's something we don't talk about.
No, everyone's scared about it because being anxious and being nervous is seen as a weakness, almost.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be.
Because it's not.
No.
It's just something that you have to deal with. Like.
Yeah, like... It's not a weakness. It's a natural thing to be nervous.
Right.
It shows that you're in a situation that dictates nervousness.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
No,
you know what I mean. It's how you're born. It's your genetics.
Yeah, it's a chemical thing. It happens. That's why medications seem to fix it.
Yeah,
to some extent. And by the way, I'm just a proponent of medication because it worked for me. So but it's not for fucking everybody.
I think we both agree with all right, if your diet is shit, if your sleep is shit, if you don't exercise at all, if you don't work on your relationships, if you don't get any sun, maybe do that first, right? So do some of those things. Get whatever parts of your life in order you can control. Like you have a little circle of influence, like work on that, what you can't control.
Oh,
and if it's still a problem, see your doctor, get some help, get some counseling, whatever. But yeah, everybody's like, well, exercise is the cure-all. Like, so they got the study, right? And I think everybody's seen it that, well, exercise has been shown to be just as effective as, like, what's the
antidepressants
there's one particular one that they talked about. But anyway, antidepressants. Yeah. If that were true, all these military men probably wouldn't be committing suicide. But
to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah,
but there's,
going to the far side of the spectrum,
what does Chris do? He does, it's the how many people every minute. There's a stat with military suicides.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
It's
I don't
crazy
want to know.
high.
I don't even want to know.
But like they're in the military,
but I forgot.
They exercise all the time.
Yeah.
So if that was the cure,
they're fine.
That wouldn't be a thing. But it's not. Yeah. Sometimes you need more than that.
There's outside influences. Yeah. So especially with that, but man, it's just going back. It's not a weakness. It's something that happens. Now it happens more in some people than others. Like me. Like it was. Like, to affect my bowels? Fuck that. That sucked.
I was just shitting like a goose.
Yeah, pretty much. Whenever I had something that was out of the norm, that was it.
Weird. I get constipated. Like, I can't shit when I'm nervous.
Which is better?
I don't know. I'd rather be able to shit, if I'm honest. It starts to hurt after a while.
Damn, dude, that would suck.
Let's talk about this on the podcast. Let's talk about good poo. Well, people want to hear about that, I think.
No.
The people have to know.
No, they don't.
You're right. Let's move on.
No, but, yeah, that's why I said bowels. And you just went fucking left side with it.
To poop.
Right to poop.
Right to poop. Yeah.
But because I'm being honest, it's a show rule. You're honest on the show.
Show code.
And it's what we do. Am I gonna could I be made fun of for this? Probably. Do I care?
Probably not.
Two shits. Or I wouldn't say it.
Hey, did you see that video I posted about the woman writing up a song?
Yeah, that shit was funny. For all the trolls out there.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's like
if you haven't checked out our Facebook page, there's a great post that Paul put up.
And it is pertinent to this.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you'll get shit for doing something. Like people will give you shit for doing jiu-jitsu and pajama wrestling.
Yep.
And I don't know how common it is, but I knew at least a couple women, young ladies, that their parents were hating the fact that they did jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Because of what it looks like from the outside.
Yes. Oh, you're in between a man's legs. There's a man.
They couldn't deal with that because
Yes.
they didn't understand what jiu-jitsu was. But yeah, so you're going to get shit from everybody, your own parents in some cases, and you're going to get hate from whoever. And this lady put together a song of like, she's doing her thing. She's an artist. And
she's
people
been on YouTube for years.
Yeah, and people just bash her for the dumbest shit, and it's sad. And she turned it into a quite awesome song.
Quite catchy.
Yeah. It's like the epitome of lemons to lemonade, if I ever seen it. Like that embodied that whole idea.
Completely. And the biggest phrase in there was no offense.
Yeah.
Guess what? When you just say something mean and say no offense, everyone took offense. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Pro tip: if you say no offense, it was offensive.
It was offensive, and you shouldn't have said it.
It's the equivalent of saying I'm not racist, but like what you're going to say is racist. Ergo, you're probably a racist. Don't say it.
Like, you couldn't identify racism in the first comment there.
Yeah.
So we know the next comment's probably going to be racist because you know what racist is.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid people.
I know.
I'm not racist, but
it's like
I don't like ethnic people. Like, what?
It's like we're dropping social cues on the show today.
Fucking idiots. Oh, Christ all Friday.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Do we have other stuff, though?
We do.
I think we do.
Okay, so we have an email.
This is long as hell.
It is. So it's a discussion about anxiety and panic, podcast idea, basically. And this gentleman gives a long story. And like I said, I can't read the whole thing because we'll be here for a long time.
Good Lord, that's long.
And it's sad as shit. Like, this is a dude.
It really is.
Yeah, this is a dude that went through way too much. And
entirely too much stuff.
So, job loss, folks dying, wife getting cancer. I mean, it's awful.
It really was. It was very sad to read.
And I mean, he starts it out like, basically get the Kleenex ready because it sucks. And dude, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. It definitely sucked.
Yeah, and he's a little older than us, 44.
He's our age. That's our age.
Yeah. But, so I'm not going to get into the entire story. But he goes, fast forward to February 2017. I don't know why I did it, but I thought after seeing a martial arts gym outside my work every day and wondered what goes on in there, I dropped in to investigate. I've never done any fighting or martial art in my life. I was, however, a regular gym goer and enjoyed it for years. However, it was getting a bit repetitive, lifting weights, etc., so I agreed to sign up as I was interested in the grappling side. I watched a class. I'm a very physical person, so I thought it might be interesting. I crapped my pants just watching the warm-ups, let alone the submissions. 1 week later, I was signed up and began my journey, wink, in submission wrestling, no-gi, and BJJ gi. I signed up for just fitness, not to compete, etc. I was addicted from my first session. So interestingly, he was a regular gym goer, worked out all the time, and he still had all these life crises that caused anxiety and panic attacks. So it doesn't always help.
No,
like
he was working out people.
Yeah, so we're advocating doing that because it can help.
Yes,
it doesn't always help, or it helps to a degree, but not to the degree that you need. Yeah. Right? So, don't just go, it doesn't work for me, I quit. Don't ever give up because something doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure.
If BJJ is a thing that works for you, fucking incredible.
Hell yes.
But if BJJ doesn't work for you as much as you need it, for sure don't quit.
No.
Like, if it helps even a little, cool. And even if it doesn't, but you enjoy it, stick with it.
Oh, yeah.
But we just don't want anybody to have the impression that it's a cure-all.
It's not. Yeah. Like, nothing is, though. There's not one thing that you're going to find that's going to fix it.
Right.
It's going to be a combination of things, and it's always going to be in the back of you. Like, I'm medicated. I still do get nerves, thank God, or I'll just be a fucking robot.
Just dead. I don't care about anything.
Everything is cool.
It's weird because if I don't care has become like the new cool thing to say. Like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like,
But you do.
So there's a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and I think it should be required reading for every graduating class out there because either people don't give a fuck about too much and that ruins their lives, or they give a fuck about too much and it ruins their life. And there is a subtle art of not giving a fuck. It's like
about the right thing.
It is, but it's a practice. And
it is.
Yeah, and it's a good book. Read it. All right. The mental and physical workout was amazing for me. I jumped out of bed every morning feeling fresh and excited, looking forward to the next session, getting no sleep as my mind was consumed with everything grappling. That'll do it.
That also goes along with anxiety.
I hear a lot of people that do that, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Poor wife didn't get a rest from me talking about it. Mine still doesn't. Yours likes it.
Mine's
so
in
yours
it.
doesn't.
Suck it, everybody else.
I think mine has just kind of come to terms with what it is, but sometimes
she's okay.
She cares.
She does.
A lot because the kids are in it, so it's
it's
better for me because our kids are in it. Yeah, and she understands the benefits. So.
Yes, she does.
All right. I was still suffering panic attacks, but a bit less. My head felt freer and clearer. I was feeling happier and more relaxed every day. One Sunday, I was feeling particularly bad, suffering panic attacks. But it was Sunday, and I wanted to get my BJJ fix with my new friends in competition class. There's friends in competition class?
Yeah.
I was confused by that statement.
Yeah, I'm really confused by
I
that.
thought you were all just trying to kill each other. That's why
that's what comp class is, right?
Weird. Anyway, so I turned up and carried on. I informed a training buddy how I was feeling, and then it happened mid-roll. A full-on panic attack while on bottom of mount. I just kept riding it out, pausing while it happened, and my buddy totally understanding. As soon as it passed, I resumed from where I was. This was one of the last times it happened for over 2 years. Hence the title of my story, Tapping Out Panic.
Yep.
I trained with a guy at my last gym that had panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was every time he was stuck on bottom with weight on him. And he had PTSD about childhood trauma. Like he had a rough childhood and just bad shit happened to him. So when he ended up in an inferior position with weight on him where he couldn't move, he'd have this panic attack. And
God, dude, I've heard they're terrible. I went through what my wife told me was a panic attack because my wife suffers from panic attacks. Large groups of people get her pretty badly. Oops, sorry, honey. And overshare.
She doesn't listen, right?
No, she didn't. She's like 60 episodes behind.
She's not listening.
No. I'll reap the brunt of this later. It's fine. That's future Kip's problem.
But not right now.
Not right now. But so, it's, oh gosh, I don't know where I was going with that. Where was
panic attacks.
Oh yeah. So
bottom,
so she I had them when I was switching onto medication for the first time. I started having panic. I didn't know what they were. My short of breath, freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Oh my God.
Was that when you get angry as fuck?
Fuck yeah,
lose
it was.
Your shit?
Yeah, I'd lose my shit for no reason. Yeah, it was fucking bad. And I was trying to control it in my head, and then it would just explode out. And I had that for a long time. It just got less and less problems. And then I found I was like, maybe I should try something different. But my wife suffers from those and said, yeah, that's a fucking panic attack. There's variations of it, but that's a really good idea. So to have that during a roll and just ride it out, jeez. So your boy was having them when he was in a bad position. He would start having a panic attack
every time. So any time you put him on
how do you
bottom,
jiu-jitsu?
So he was,
or was he just lying and really didn't like being in bad positions on the bottom?
So maybe, yeah, but I don't think so. So he was the flailiest dude. Like everybody hated rolling with him, and the coach is like, "Look, man, I'm not trying to like air his laundry or his problems out like that, but cut him some slack." And he said he has PTSD. He went through a lot of shit, and he's having panic attacks. So I can help deal with him because, well, I'm a brown belt and he's a white belt.
I know what I'm doing.
He goes, when another white belt rolls with him, you don't know how to deal with it because you don't know how to deal with it.
You don't know how to deal with yourself at that point.
So I think he had to kind of like pick his roles with the people that could handle that and understood better. And sometimes that's what you have to do. So if you have really bad panic attacks during a roll, you should roll with people that can handle you while you do that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's the first time I heard about that.
Sounds like a fucking nightmare, dude.
I could. So the first time I ended up stuck underneath somebody and I couldn't move, I didn't have a panic attack, but it's so uncomfortable.
It really is.
And it's nothing you've ever experienced before. No. It's like, holy crap. You know, the the feeling of getting manhandled and the understanding for the first time that some other person can do whatever the hell they want to you, especially when you fancy yourself a tough guy like I did.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people do. A lot of people go, well, if I get mad enough, I can fight. You know, everybody's like that. Everybody that hasn't been punched in the nose thinks they can fight.
Yep.
It's just a natural stupid boy thing.
It is.
So, yeah, speaking just for myself, the first time I'm stuck, it wasn't panic, but it was severe frustration, and it's like the veil just got lifted, I guess. Like, oh my God, people like this exist out in the world.
Yes.
So when I'm like giving people the finger going on the road because they cut me off, like, what if they know this shit?
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. You know, when I get mouthy with somebody because I think I can fight, what if they know this shit?
Oh, crap.
You know, and well, not panicky. You know, I can understand a little bit where it comes from because you can't move, you can't do nothing. Whatever you try is just nullified.
Yep.
So when you have anxiety and a true panic attack during that situation, it's hard to imagine.
I couldn't imagine having what happened to me happen during a roll. Like, no.
I'd actually like people to write in if they have this experience a lot and how they deal with it.
I bet there's more than we think.
Or coaches that have students like this and how they deal with it together. I'd be interested to know what works, what doesn't work.
Yep.
So if you want to write a nice long email, I'd actually love to read something like that.
Yeah, so would I.
Because, this is rare to us, but not rare in general, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think this happens more often than we think, for sure.
Yep. All right. Moving on. I make the most of my sessions and time in open mat. I have made amazing friendships and never thought that I would. I always felt welcome and supported, even though I've never wrestled anyone in my life. I'm completely fresh to the sport. A purple belt, now brown, took me under his wing, and every open mat he's there for me, making me better, supporting me all the way. So, pause again. That's why we always say adopt a white belt.
Do it.
So, this sport has clearly improved this man's life.
Yes.
And he may or may not have stuck around if somebody wasn't there to take him under their wing.
Yep.
So think for a moment what would happen in his life with all the anxiety, the panic, and then not having that outlet that he has in jiu-jitsu.
Yep. And not having like a shepherd to take you through that.
So it's twofold, right? So one, take somebody under your wing.
Yes.
Try to talk, even if it feels awkward.
Even if you're a blue belt, you can do that with a white belt. I'm not the best at it. I'm not the best at a lot of things. I'm just aware of them, and I try to. If I can make other people aware of them, maybe you'll be better at it than me. And I would. That's what I hope for on this. Well, that's
podcast.
What you always told me.
Yeah,
you're always like, yeah, I did that shit too.
Well, not only that, but sometimes I still do that shit.
Yeah, it's
just that I'm aware of it, and I'm actively trying to stop it, or I'm actively trying to do it. One of the two. And I just did that with a gentleman in our gym. I'm like, hey, I'm not the best at this either, but I get it.
Yes.
And if you want to improve, then you should try to get it too. And maybe we can get it together.
Yes.
You know, so that's what this brown belt did. Took him under and helped him out through his anxiety and his panic attacks.
Which is awesome.
And, yeah. And it's helped his life. It's changed a man's life.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Which it can do.
Yep.
But I think he's more the exception than the rule, when you say?
I honestly don't know.
To an extent?
I don't know the exceptions or the rules and how many people are cured by it and not cured. I just don't want people to go in there, like we said before, of going, expecting it to be the cure-all, and then it not.
Yes. That's bad.
Yeah.
I like to dumb things down.
Yeah, it's not that it can't be. It's that if it isn't, don't just think it doesn't work.
Yeah, and don't stop doing it. Yeah. Because jiu-jitsu gets better the more you're there. It really does.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Like the deeper you get into it, so a lot of stuff I get, like weightlifting, right? I get bored, like this guy was saying. I like lifting weights, but you know, when you do your 500,000th rep of bench press, it's like, well, gosh, you know, after a certain level, it's really hard to add any weight, and then even then, it's like it's not fun anymore.
Yeah,
you know, I feel better when I work out and I look better and I'm healthier, but the act of doing it isn't fun.
Yeah, it's not fulfilling.
Jiu-jitsu, the more I learn, the more fun it becomes.
It really does.
And I'm not sure if that ever stops or not, but
Doesn't look like
I
it.
haven't hit that plateau.
It doesn't look like it.
I've hit plateaus as far as like rolling ability, but I'm always learning and refining stuff, right? So I might struggle more at certain times and points in my life with getting better, feel like I'm stagnating, but stagnating.
You stagnated in the middle of a word.
I was going to say stagnation. I'm like, that's not it. Abort. Stagnate. Got it. Words are hard.
That was awesome.
It's kind of like this podcast. Like, no matter how bad I suck, I just keep pushing forward.
Push through.
One day, people, I'm going to get good at this. Today is not that day.
No, we're good at this.
Yeah.
Some people would say.
Reading sucks.
Reading, not so good.
So what do? Let's read on our podcast.
Fuck yeah, that's what we do.
All right, supporting me all the way. The club really are like family. Now these days I'm a changed man and a 3-stripe white belt. Not only through the fitness and 10K of weight loss, but I've also got that Martin magic back. I've learned amazing skills. I love the physicality of my sport, taking someone to the point of being choked and letting it go, the mutual respect, how to survive and be controlled under extreme stress and pressure. I'm now looking to compete, and I'm chilled out at home and work. I look around me as if I'm on some magic carpet, seeing everyone else in life rushing, stressing, getting annoyed with situations around them, their jobs, people, colleagues, etc. As I learned in a BJJ video I watched, if you don't like what you're doing, don't do it. It's so true. That's my motto for this year, and I'm not afraid of telling people this to their face. Now I'm in my 7th year of business. What a great time that's been. I've now got a clear head to keep me going. After all, what's more stressful than being under full mount and being choked out or having your arms and legs ripped off?
Yeah.
If nothing else, jiu-jitsu can give you perspective.
For sure.
If you want to get good, it's really hard.
It's very hard.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably the hardest sport in the world because you got the physicality and then you got the chess match and you mash it together. Yeah.
I can't think of another one.
Not only that, but then you have all different kinds of people that you're dealing with at all times. Mm-hmm. And then you got skill levels and ages and not just anxiety
aggression
in general.
Levels. Oh my gosh, it's all over the place.
Yeah, so not only do you have anxiety as part of life, but then you have anxiety as part of, well, I think I'm this belt or I don't deserve this belt. Yeah. So you got anxiety that's built in within jiu-jitsu. And we really want to get rid of that shit too.
As much as you can, yeah. Human nature is always going to creep back in, though.
Remind me of that in a second about Gary Tonan's post about belts.
Okay.
Yeah. Almost done with this.
Forgot it already.
Special thanks to the owners of Voodoo Combat in Macclesfield, England, for this amazing club. My wife is supporting me and listening to my post-gym reports, and my brown belt mentor, I was going to say anal, but that's definitely not it. Anil?
Anil, probably.
That makes more sense than anal.
Oh, he's a brown belt and his name's Anal. That would be weird.
He's got no choice other than to get good. Be mocked mercilessly or kick their ass. I don't know what it is. Good job, Anal. Anil, sorry. Apologies. And if we ever make it over there.
We got to make it over there someday. We got a lot of listeners over there.
By Anil. Not to Jim for adopting me as a fresh white belt under his wing. We have a blast every session, despite the huge difference in skill. Our differences in skill, attributes, and style complement each other perfectly. This really is a story of how BJJ can change a man's life for the better. I just want to share this humbling experience, even if it helps save just one guy going through what I have. P.S. Today I got a speeding ticket. Tiffet.
Tiffet!
You can tell when it's the
it's
end
worse
of the
than
show.
A
Yeah. And he doesn't give a fuck. You should stop speeding.
Yeah, don't speed.
Jeez.
Who does that?
What are you, 18?
Or
wait, I'm the only one that doesn't speed.
Yeah, you're the only one
I can
that drives
talk
the
shit
speed
because I'm like, speed limit and cruise.
On a residential road. 25, hit it.
You don't do that?
No.
Weird.
That's not a normal thing? No.
So yeah, for this particular gentleman, it worked out splendidly, and it really helped with his anxiety, and that's awesome. So what we're saying is, A, if you see somebody new, take them under your ring. At least
your
be
ring.
nice.
You're killing it.
Wing. Jeez. Well.
We should start earlier.
We should. Like I said, if it was if there was booze on the show, I could loosen up, relax a little
no,
bit. Or
we've done that before.
Oh yeah,
you know, slur up even more.
There's a point where I'm like, oh, he's loose, he's funnier, he's kind of having a good time. Then it's like, oh, he's repeating himself. He's
slurring more. Oh fuck.
He's starting to say really stupid shit.
Abort.
Hell, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Paul, we've been going for 20 minutes.
Paul needs to pass out. But yes, take them under your wing. Help them out. At least be friendly. Be a cool, friendly face for somebody. Also, don't be the reason somebody quits.
Ooh, that's a big one for us lately.
Paul Elliott said it the best when he was on the show. Don't be the reason somebody quits jiu-jitsu because this might be the one thing holding their life together that they really need.
Yeah.
And if you're the douchebag that just rolls them up and ragdolls them because he's your practice dummy and not somebody that you want to help and help to grow with you, you're the worst kind of person.
Yeah.
There's people out there that will go 100%.
All the time.
And that's fine. Go 100% with those people. Don't go 100% with the people that don't want that in their life.
Yeah. Which there's a lot of them.
You're going to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make them feel like shit.
Yes.
Like, don't do that. Don't smash somebody just because you can.
And just think, the person across from you is not you. So don't fucking just be like, well, this is what I do. Well, guess what? He's not you. I tell people all the time, like, dude, you going to go? I'm like, you going to be fucking nice? Because I'm nice.
Yeah.
I will choke you, but I'll do it really nicely.
Yeah, my goals aren't your goals.
Yes.
Understand what people's goals are and roll accordingly. So if you want to be a savage and you want to go 100%, great. Pick the people to roll with that want to do that as well. Yeah,
and if you're a good person, which most of our listeners are, or you better be, think about that person, just going back to what the show is all about, that person might be in the mental state of having anxiety right there. Like they're just having to roll with you right now. It's not their comfort zone. Like they saw you rolling real hard with all these people. Now that person's nervous as fuck. They're just sitting there, just freaking out in their brain, like, this guy's going to kill me. I'm not going to enjoy this. I don't want to be here. I want to go home.
Yep. There is a time and a place to roll hard. That time and place usually isn't with the brand new person walking in the gym or the person that's only been there for under a year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they don't really know a lot of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
They don't know enough jiu-jitsu to roll that hard.
Yep.
You know,
so what are you doing?
Maybe situational rolls in a couple positions. Maybe they can do that in a year in.
Yes.
But they just can't like get after a competition style.
No. Be nice,
unless they're like a D1 wrestler or something, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's dependent on the person.
Yeah, but that's few and far between.
It is.
And in the Midwest, we found that out.
That's right. That's our issue.
It's our issue, not everyone else's. But yeah, it's if you have anxiety and you're a listener of the show and you need a little, just someone to talk to, someone to frickin' reach out to for a little advice. Paul and I have been through two different scenarios in our lives in jiu-jitsu. Let us know. We're here to help out. There's also the Flick Chat. You can reach out to all those. It's a family on there, and it keeps growing. There's 137 other people on there.
Nice.
That are willing to help you out. They're always offering out. If you just want to be a bystander and just see what other people are talking about and something that bothers you, anxiety, depression, whatever it might be, or the asshole that just keeps smashing your face, guess what? That shit's going to come up, and now you can just be the fly on the wall and read, and that could help you.
The listeners of this show are absolutely phenomenal.
They're amazing.
They've helped us out more than we've helped them out, I'm sure.
Yes.
And they're just, it's been a cool culture, community, family that has become.
Yes.
And yeah, I found out through the Flick Chat app that they are so willing to help one another.
Yeah, they just, I don't even have time to respond. And there's like 5 responses from other people.
Well, that's been the great thing about it is we don't have to respond because the community takes care of itself. It's literally like a family.
The GD family will definitely help you out.
It's fantastic. So yeah, if you have an issue, if you know somebody with an issue, just send them our way.
Yeah,
and our people, I don't know how to say it. Our GDs, the family, the GD family can help you out.
Yes, or if you just want the GDs to help, we don't mind.
Yeah.
We love to help. We love to talk through things and help people out where we can. It might not be the most expedient response you'll ever see in your life, or the best worded or spelled, but it will be a response, damn it. So Paul will write correctly and make sense. I'll be very energetic. That's what I bring to the party.
I got the energy.
Yeah. So
Kit brings the boom.
So, yeah, and the misspelling and the lack of grammar.
At least you know who writes then.
Yeah, you really know. Misspellings, Kip.
That's cool.
I like it. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about today?
No, not really. I just thought I was glad to get the anxiety one out.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people have talked about it,
and there's so many different facets to it.
And I'm sure we're missing a shit ton.
I'm sure we are too. Like I said, if anybody has any other ideas or how people deal with anxiety and panic attacks in the gym, that's great. When I go through problems at work or whatever, it's also hard for me to get into the gym.
Yes. But
I find out when I do, at least for that moment in time, I do feel better. And sometimes you need that break. So it's not gonna fix my brain, right?
No.
My overall brain, my overall line of thinking, you know, all my problems, it just doesn't. You know, I got my own thoughts, worries, problems, anxieties, it's a constant.
Yes.
But when I train, that's what I'm thinking of. Mm-hmm. So people are a huge advocate of meditation, mindfulness nowadays.
Yep.
And this is kind of forced meditation, forced mindfulness, because you can't think of all your problems when you're trying not to get choked or when you're trying to perform your jiu-jitsu or if you're trying to learn a sequence of moves or whatever you're trying to do.
Even if you're just drilling, you're focusing on that drill. And I understand that's why people say the best medicine is to get out and be active. Well, that's not always true, and I think that's because your mind doesn't get involved nearly as much. So like when you're running,
you should you're having lawnmower conversations.
Yeah,
that was the worst for me.
Fucking.
Not only did it ruin my knees or help with that, but I just have angry lawnmower conversations. For some reason, my brain does this. I come up with a scenario and I think about it, and then I'm fucking pissed over a fake scenario I made up in my own brain.
Nice.
And I know other people do this, so I don't even feel bad saying it.
No. Other people do that for sure.
Yeah, because, so lawnmower conversations are like, okay, I got in a fight with Johnny at work today, and then he said this, and I should have said that, and if I said this, and blah, 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 and I would have fought him, and you just do this thing. Yeah, I'll just make up stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're definitely not the only person doing that, dude.
You can't do that in jiu-jitsu.
You don't have time.
There's not time. There's not the availability. So that's the one thing that we have over just getting out and going for a walk,
lifting
or lifting some weights, or hopping on an elliptical machine or whatever. That's all good, and you need it. And I'm an advocate for working out, and I do it twice a day.
Yep.
I get up in the morning and do 20 minutes, and at lunch I do another 15 or 20 minutes, and then I go to jiu-jitsu. So I need that just for my own overall well-being.
Yeah.
But jiu-jitsu is the one thing that takes me out of my own head, where I can't have those stupid ass lawnmower conversations where I do more harm than good.
Yep.
And it's hard to get my brain off that fucking train track of negativity sometimes. It's tough. But I don't do it at jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
And on the way home, I'm thinking about all the stuff that I did at jiu-jitsu and the rolls I had. I'm going over that. And then I go home and I'm excited, and I tell my wife I do the same thing this dude does.
Yeah.
She's got to hear all about the rolls and how it went in class. Yeah. So I have that chunk of time a few times every week where nothing else matters. And it's just all stuff that I'm passionate about.
Yep.
And I love. So if this can be that for you, awesome.
And we think it can. It can be for so many people.
Yep. So it might not fix all your shit. It doesn't for me, but it fixes a lot of my shit, at least for portions of time. And that's magic for me. It really is. I think it can be magic for a lot of people. So take somebody under your wing, go to class.
Get your friends to come in.
Yeah. So even if you go and you're that guy, right? You're that girl. I don't want to make friends. I just go there for the jiu-jitsu.
Which is fine.
I want. It's fine. Just get in and do it. You don't need to make friends. You don't need to be part of the family. But you might need jiu-jitsu for that moment in time. So you have a chunk that you don't have to think about the bullshit.
Yep. So that works too.
Yep. And I think people get too focused on becoming part of the family.
Yeah.
Like that
comes naturally. It comes naturally, dude.
Yeah.
It's you're there. Just being there is going to happen. You try forcing it. It's just, it comes across wrong to people. They're like, why is this guy trying to be my best friend right now? Don't just be yourself. Just be yourself. Be a good partner. Those are the two things that you'll be welcomed into the family faster than anything else, is just being yourself and literally being a good partner, paying attention to that you're a flaily fuck. You know, I was that way, and I would apologize. I'd be like, yeah, I'm a flaily douche. I'm sorry, just punch you in the nose.
Personally, when I roll with somebody that happens to be less flaily, I give them so many accolades.
Yes.
Because they're not trying to tap me out as the first week person.
Yes.
Like, if you're not trying to tap me out as first week person, you're asking questions and just kind of like, hey, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, how did you throw me on my head?
Yeah.
Like, how did you throw me over so easily?
Yeah,
well,
I'm like,
here's why.
I respect that, and now I want to help you. But if you come at me, bro, I'm like, come on, man.
It's know your limits.
Yeah.
Like, tell your friends when they come in, our dude, you don't need to kill anyone because you can't.
Exactly.
So, oh, God. That was a fun show, though.
It was fun.
I
think anything else?
No. I mean, definitely thank you to our Patreons. Yet again, you guys are our favorite. We do have something big coming with Top Mount. We're too lazy. I have not fucking got the images over to him to start everything. I will do that this week because I already started, finally.
Check.
So we got that. We'll announce what's going on with that. It'll affect some of you guys already. And then it'll be a great opening to get some cool shit for being a Patreon, which we certainly appreciate. And it really does help us pay for this because this isn't free
this costs money.
Do. This costs money to do every week, not only in time, but in actual funds.
Yeah.
Out of my account. It goes away.
Poor.
Yeah, we're poor. We have nice houses, but we're poor.
That's why
because
we're poor.
of them. We're house poor. You've heard of it. So
we made bad decisions. Okay, everybody does it.
Oh, and once again, we are stuck on like 63 or something reviews on iTunes. So somebody get on there. I'm bored. I want an even number at least.
Even number at least like 100.
Yeah,
100
just
even
pop
number.
up to 100 something. I'll be excited when we hit 100. We'll do something for 100.
Great.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. But yeah, it's follow us on Instagram. I really want to get to 1,000 on there, and we just don't play. Well, we don't play the game. We and we don't post enough.
Yeah. So we got this new camera. Maybe we can like bring it and like.
Yeah, so we're gonna start. I think we're gonna
start
start posting more videos with the camera that we bought. We bought a GoPro.
Yeah,
and we can carry it around, and I'll bring it to the gym, and we'll just have some fun, get some rolls in, and introduce you to the people around us. Just so you know what we're dealing with, and all the crazy ass people like Morgan.
We have a fun gym.
We do. We have a lot of fun.
We have some great people at our gym.
And a UFC fighter, bitches.
Oh, famous.
Go Jamal. Anyways.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to mention the Gary Tonin thing.
Oh, yeah, Gary Tonin. Hey, dude, Gary Tonin on the belts. Remember that.
Check. Hey, thanks, Kip.
No problem.
He goes, belts do more harm than good. Change my mind, one of those things. Yes. So they had this big diatribes of, people going, this is why you need belts, and this is why they do more harm than good. Mm-hmm. But that's one of those anxiety-causing things. So in some respects, I actually agree with Gary Tonin, where, like, in some respects, they do more harm than good. Yeah, I'm still on board with the belt system. I think it's neat. I think it's great. But yeah, it's one of those issues that people run into where they have that anxiety within the gym. Yes. Like, going to the gym should be your relief from anxiety. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be what causes you more anxiety because of what level you may or may not be.
Or you feel you are.
Right. So whatever level they're at don't matter to you. And whatever you're at shouldn't matter that much to you either because it's up to your coach and there's nothing you can do about it. So just kind of like go along with the ride and enjoy have
super funds.
Exactly. Oh, and another thing that'll help with the anxiety and stuff is listen to our show about gym politics and taboo topics.
That'll help.
Yeah, if you're not that person, you'll have an easier time making friends. So
yes, I promise.
Yeah,
it'll happen.
Yeah, so go back and read that episode. Listen to it.
That'd be hard to read.
I read it. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. That was one of us. Dumbass.
All right,
everybody. We be done.
Thanks again.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.